So I'm aware I haven't done any videos for a few months now, and I've got good reasons why I haven't, and every single one of those reasons is a good reason. Every one of those reasons is a valid reason. Every one of those reasons is a justifiable reason. Every one of those reasons is a reasonable reason. And every one of those reasons is an excuse. And it really frustrated me. It began to sort of get my goat, as it were, or just really tick me off on almost on a daily basis, because it's something I want to do. I want to share the experience that I have, the little knowledge that I have with you, and yet I'm not doing it. I'm not doing these videos, and let's talk about some of those reasons. What I thought was actually this video is about following through and why you don't follow through. It's definitely, you know, I'm sure of this from my own personal experience and from the experience of countless number of hours that I've spent with countless number of clients over a period of about 10 years or more. And I think it all comes down to fear. That's why we don't follow through. And you might think, well, what do you mean fear? How does that play into it? How does that come into it? Well, I'll give you an example about this, right? I didn't do these videos because I didn't have the right camera equipment, or I didn't have iMovie, or I'm not like a, I don't know, movie making genius. I don't have the kind of all the flashy effects going on, and I don't have this, what I'm about to share now is real time. I haven't thought about it before. And that's come, pardon me, as a result of just doing it, being frustrated enough to just do it, and that's why I'm doing it. However, it's all good to package things together and whatnot, but one of my reasons was I don't have it packaged together. I don't know, you know, if I want to deliver it in sort of bite-sized piecemeal chunks, then I want it to be perfect. And that idea of perfection disabled me, really, paralyzed me in not doing something and not taking action. And of course, as you know, if you want to do something perfectly, and that's the reason for you justifiably not to even start, because you don't want to deliver something that isn't perfect, and therefore you're not ready, not yet, you're never going to do it. And the only way to get to perfection, obviously, as they say, practice makes perfect. So where are you practicing in between? So where am I practicing in between? The videos that I'm making now here, like, I mean, this video now, in 5 years' time, for example, if I've made 500 videos, I'll probably be a different person. That's probably going to happen anyway. Although essentially, in my essence, I may be the same. I still would have grown. I still would have developed. I still would have changed over time. So it'll be a different person. I will be communicating differently. I'll be talking about different ideas because they would have developed. So it's almost ridiculous, and it's frustrating that I'm not sharing this stuff with you as I'm going along, rather than, you know, it's just frustrating that I'm not sharing this as I'm growing with you, with the idea that I'll hold on to it and put it together sometime. I don't get enough time in the day anyway, right? That I'm going to make some time. It's going to magically appear and do that, and then do these videos and then make them perfect. And at the end of the day, they're not going to be perfect, right? Some people are going to like these videos, some people aren't going to like these videos. So cutting all that aside, what it comes down to is why I didn't do these videos is I didn't have the right equipment, didn't have an iMovie, it wasn't a movie genius, I hadn't packaged it right, as I mentioned. Why does all of that matter? Because, for example, the looking good, right? I mean, if I had iMovie and if I could do those magical effects and everything, then it would look good. And if it looks good, I don't know, people wouldn't think it looks bad. And because if people thought it looked bad, then it would be shit. If it was shit, then I failed. Okay, what else? I haven't packaged them right. What does that matter? Well, if I haven't, then that's going to affect people's opinion, because it's not a comprehensive, compact, complete information download, as it were, of a particular subject, i.e. the title of this might be something like, why don't we follow through? And I don't, as a viewer of this video, I haven't gained all the answers, and it's not complete for me. And therefore, in my eyes, right, if someone experiences my videos like that, then I haven't succeeded and I failed and it's crap, or, you know, people are going to think I'm an idiot, for example. Or what was the last one now? it not being professional. No, was it? It's not being. Was it? I think it was. Well, I mean, either way, it's not professional, for example. And if it's not professional, then it affects my credibility in some way. It affects my credibility, and therefore, people are gonna just think it's crap. And if people think it's crap, then I'll feel like an idiot, for instance. So it's all driven by some kind of fear of either looking bad or feeling like an idiot or feeling humiliated or feeling ashamed, or and it's all governed by people's opinion of me, which I could say I don't give a shit about, but I actually do, right? Everyone does, to an extent, right? Or a fear of, essentially, although this may not make sense, rationally it kind of does actually. The rational part of the mind and the emotional part of the mind are two very different planes. So rationally, I know that I'm not going to die, for example. I am going to die at some point. I'm talking about with regards to not having perfect videos, right? But emotionally, if I've done a video and it gets a negative comment, or if I've done a video and a friend thinks, someone who I care about makes a comment, or I don't know, let's just say it's crap, then I'll be humiliated and therefore I will die. That sounds ridiculous, but on an emotional level, that's why a lot of us don't do something, because I won't do that. I know I'm good at it. I know I might succeed, but if I don't succeed, I will fail and I will die. That's the emotional place. So what I would say is following through. At the end of the day, you can only do your best. And if you do your best at something, and if you practice at something, you will get better. There is no perfect, Imagine now, I mean, my wife is a big fan of the British Bake Off. There's this program that comes on in the UK and it runs for, 10 weeks. And it starts off with, 10 or 12 people in it. And every week someone gets, fired for the lack of a better word. And people get judged and sort of like, you cannot, it's just one of those things where some things are going to be good, some things are not going to be good. Someday you're going to be the superstar and the super chef or whatever, master chef or whatever they bloody call it. And some days you're not. And sometimes it's just luck, sometimes there's other factors that are affecting it. But essentially, if you were the best baker in the world, at some times you're going to create something that isn't great. I don't know how else to say that. It's kind of like you can only do your best. So what's the worst that can happen? At the end of the day, you've just got to try. So following through, what I'd say is do something like I've done. Pull your finger out your backside with all due respect and do something about it. If you've got a dream or something you want to do, and that's the irony of it, right? Most of us, it's not something that usually we follow through with things we don't want to do. And usually that's because we divert. So what I really want to do, for example, is, one thing. And in order to avoid doing that, because of the fear of failing in that, and I want to avoid the pain of failing in doing that, I'll create all kinds of distractions in my life that I need to deal with. That would then justify me not focusing on what I really want to do, all because I'm scared, and it's a load of crap. So you may as well do something that you really want to do. So I would say pull your finger out, do something about it. That's what I would say. I don't even know if this video is kind of complete. At this moment, I don't care. It's quite late in the evening. But I'm going to leave it as this. I'm going to just put it up. In fact, I'm going to do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to commit to you to make videos kind of like almost unedited. I don't know, a few minutes long. Whatever comes out, comes out. However you take it, you take it. You'll take the good stuff, throw the bad stuff. If there's stuff that I say and you don't agree with it, throw it out the window. If there's stuff that I do say that does make sense, take action. Do something about it. The following through, right? I'm being an example now in terms of integrity. At the end of the day, I'm going to do my best to do a few videos. I'm not going to say a day or a week, but I'm going to continue to these videos because I think it's important for me, not for anyone else. Doesn't matter. I think it'll make a difference to some people. Even if it makes a difference to one person, for me it's worth it, right? But it's almost a personal agenda as well. Is that something I want to do, so that's what I'm going to do. Until the next video, take care.